I'm here with Dean Browell of Feedback Agency. He just gave a presentation on emerging media use for hospitals. Dean, what key questions do hospitals need to consider before diving into social media?
I think the very first thing before they do anything else, especially before they actually make any actions in social media, is just to listen. Literally find out how are their different audiences using social media, and understand that it may be very different between, say, service line, maternity versus, say, the foundation and fundraising. I think it's just really listening first, and then once they do that, then there's the other steps of then, okay, what channels are appropriate. But they really need to understand that just going with the shiniest objects of Facebook and Twitter may not be appropriate, and not to mention they may not know how to talk to them. So really listening and observing first is a key thing.
And then where does social media fit into traditional media use for hospitals?
I think the best place it fits is looking at them all as one entire whole, and trying not to silo them out. I think once you realize that you can get content from public relations, that your traditional media helps let the consumer know, activates them, and then social media helps the consumer really research their decision to take on a service or use you for some for different services. I think you start to realize that traditional media doesn't have to be some completely separated entity from social media. It really needs to be, it's all communication, and to be frank, the audience doesn't see a separation. They read a story, whether it's on the paper, whether it be online, they don't know about the PR that's behind it, they don't think about it as social media when they go talk about it to their friends on Facebook. It's invisible to them, so I think the more we can think like the audience, the better we'll be able to integrate it with all of our efforts, traditionally and non-traditionally.
So what advice would you give to someone who is having difficulty getting buy-in from the C-suite on a social media plan?
I think the best evidence you can show them is the literal evidence of what people are saying. And I think that if you can show them that their audiences are in these particular areas, no matter what you're talking about, whether you're talking about a billboard you want to buy on a road and whether anybody's driving on it, or whether you're talking about social media and whether anybody's on Facebook, your audiences, if you can show them that research and then show them how you're going to intelligently listen and then plan to go in, I think that you'll be very effective in terms of buy-in. I think the C-suite is just allergic to going in for the sake of going in. So if you can show you're being strategic and that you're doing your homework, I think you'll find the buy-in you want.
Great, thank you, Dean.